It's time for that shit, man. Hold on, man.
I'm here with it.
We fucking back, bitches. We back. You already know.
Thundercats.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends of all ages. The Thundercats are back in this bitch. We told y'all we coming back. We've heard everything. We've heard all the whispers on when y'all coming back. All the advice y'all been seeking from us. We here. We back. Told y'all y'all ain't getting rid of us that easy.
It just doesn't work that way. You know, we are here for the long haul. So sit back, relax, and let your earbuds enjoy what we have to say.
I'm trying to tell you. As always, as we mentioned, a lot of shit is going to change, but there's a couple things that will always remain the same. As always, it is your boy, the bad guy, P-Mac.
Hey, it's your boy, the walking holiday He-Man.
But what goes with those changes, I might be bigger and better this season. I ain't going to hold you. I got a lot of shit to get off my chest. I might just be bigger and better this season. Man. Shit.
I think they can handle it. If not, they're going to have to get used to it because it's some shit that popped off in 2024, but there's some things, some questions that we need answers to that we hope that y'all are able to provide, but at the same time, we always come in the clutch and we'll be more than happy to answer the questions that y'all have for us. So,
yes, sir.
Here we are.
We have restarted the group on Facebook. If you want to fill them in on where they can find that at.
Yeah, so one of the biggest changes is, that is what came along with that. We figured that the old group was the old group. It kind of died down. We figured that this would be a new sense, a new flavor that we want to be able to provide for y'all in regards to a new group, new opinions, new questions, new thoughts that come with that. So with that, we decided to break out the Battle of the Sexes, Life, Love, and Beyond, which means that, guess what? We're going to be talking a little bit about life. Why? Because that plays in a role of romance, that plays in a life of relationships. Love speaks for itself, different types of love. That includes friendships, that includes romance, divorce, marriage, all that good stuff, but also beyond. What happens after those things? What does that look like for you now, in the future, but also in the present? So find us again, Battle of the Sexes, Life, Love, and Beyond. Get your kicks. We just now getting started. Fuck with us.
Yeah. You heard him. Live and in color.
Yes.
All right. It's time to give it the shits, man. So, I heard a story.
Okay.
A few weeks ago.
All right.
I had to put it in my notes. I'm going to pose it as more so as a question to you.
Okay.
So let's say you meet a girl.
Mm-hmm. Hey, girl. Hey, boo.
Y'all vibing. Y'all rocking. Y'all like each other vibe. Y'all decide to start dating.
Okay.
She's up front with you pretty early on to tell you that when she was younger, around 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there.
Okay.
She was, I hate the R word.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the R word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say sexually assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
She let you in on
Gotcha.
that.
Right on.
At a young age that, she's open and honest about it, right?
Right.
So, y'all, you vibing with it, you rocking with it, y'all dating.
Right.
You get serious.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got some years in.
Right.
Y'all decide to tie the proverbial knot.
Right on.
Y'all get married.
Right.
She gets pregnant.
Okay.
Then after, I think it's about 3 months. She's about 3 months
All right.
pregnant. You find out you got the herp derp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Now, before you answer, I'm gonna get through the whole little story of hearing this, right?
Right.
So you find that you got the herp derp.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't been messing with nobody
Right.
else.
Uh-huh.
So now it calls into question of you start wondering if the baby is yours or not.
Right.
Logical. I think that's a logical assumption.
Valid.
What she comes out and tells you
mm-hmm.
after this is that something she excluded early on was that when she was sexually assaulted, she did, in fact, contract herpes.
Gotcha.
But it was dormant.
Okay.
Until she got pregnant and her immune system dropped.
Gotcha.
And she passed it on to you then. How do you proceed at that point? Knowing that obviously it was dormant, so there was, I guess, a lower risk of her passing it on to you, but her excluding that bit of information from the jump. How do you proceed?
Oh, I'm mad. I'm still mad. Because I feel like because both of those things are life-changing events, you know, and it's unfortunate that women have to experience that. Anybody has to experience that, even men as well, because we just gonna keep it a buck. Sexual assault works both ways. It doesn't necessarily as a woman, but in this case, I feel like if I created a space for you to feel comfortable, vulnerable to say that you have been sexually assaulted, I feel like that I would create enough space for you to say, I got sexually transmitted disease against my will. Whether it's dormant or not. What do we always say? One of the biggest things you always talk about is choice. Choice is very important. Now, when you are able to say, hey, I caught this, it is dormant. Guess what that do? That gives me the opportunity to not only A, make a decision, but it also B, to say, okay, I love you enough to where I can protect myself by making sure you're good. Okay, are you taking your medicine? Or these are questions that could be brought up during a pregnancy when we're in there, because I believe in being supportive during a pregnancy. Okay, how will this impact say for instance, the sexually transmitted disease that she has? Will it be passed on to our child? Things of that nature or that caliber that could be asked with the doctor. But when it is not presented, when it is not brought forth, and the assumption is that, well, it's dormant, he won't have to know, I'm good, I feel like that violates a level of trust. Again, I feel as if I've created an atmosphere to where understanding, willing to move forward. That way, if I know and something do happen, I do catch it, I'm like, you told me, that's all good, you know. But what did you mention? You mentioned that opens up an avenue by me not knowing, did you get this from somewhere else? Sure, okay, you told me how it came to be, but how do I know that now since you did not tell me up front? So I'm going based off of your word, a word that you did not tell me before. Which, let me put a caveat, that is a sensitive topic. That's not just something that you just come out and say, but I would hope that if you feel comfortable enough to tell me about what happened to you, that you'll feel comfortable enough to tell me, hey, this is also reality, this is what happened. And then we can find a way, because I feel like at that time it's not just on you. How can I support you? How can if I see a future with you, that's not just something that I'm going to leave with you on your own. So, yes, I'm going to be pissed off. But if I feel like at the same time that you're my person and I'm going to be rocking with you and I don't plan on going nowhere, it's something we both going to have to struggle with. But I'll be absolutely honest with, I would not be fucking happy about it at fucking all.com, .edu, .gov. I'm not going to be happy about it.
I hear you on that. I would say, I'm not sitting here saying I put my hands on them because I don't advocate that. I'm going to outline the fuck out of you though. I got to get some jokes off. You know, I got to get some jokes off. No, I'm going to outline the fuck out of you. Bitch, I can't believe you ain't telling me this. I'm going to outline the fuck out of you though. No, because it's like you said, you're taking my choice away from me.
Yeah.
I get, maybe it's a conversation you ease into.
Right.
But I would at least, like you say, think if you felt comfortable enough telling me about being sexually assaulted.
Right.
That if you didn't feel comfortable telling me at the same time you told me about that, at least tell me before we are about to be intimate.
Facts.
That's a conversation that has to be had before we are intimate with each other.
Right. Because, I mean, let's put this, because two things. Shout out to all individuals, men, women, who are how can I put it? I'm about to say confident, but also courageous, I should say. But no, because that's difficult to tell somebody that you have a long-term STD. That takes courage, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. They would do exactly, say, for instance, in this case, they'll hide it or not give you that choice. So to be courageous enough to say, hey, this situation, how would you like to proceed? You know, you taking a leap of faith. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Two, another thing is, what happened if it wasn't just her? What happened if it was HIV? What happened if it was AIDS? What happened if it was something that, sure, we're in a time to where medication can, I mean, shit, look at Magic Johnson. Look at all these things that can help you live a normal life, even though you have said STDs, but it goes back, like I say, that element of choice being taken away. And that is just something that'll be hard to rebound back from. Because in a perfect world, sure, we stay together. Sure, we would be able to raise our child. Sure, we would be able to move forward. But what happens if we don't? What happens if we break up? What happens if we get a divorce? What happens if our forever is not forever? So then that is something that I would have to live with moving forward, and then having to have said conversations with other people afterwards. So yeah.
When I heard that story, I was like, I've got to put this in my notes. I've got to bring this up.
It's valid,
and it almost speaks to an even larger dialogue that I think needs to be had. Basically, how comfortable with somebody do you have to be to open certain doors of conversation when you're getting involved with somebody? Obviously, it's got to be bigger than somebody that you just hunching on every now and then. Shit.
Facts.
Like, maybe not even necessarily I'm seeking a relationship with somebody, but like if you got it for sure.
Right.
Same type of conversation.
No doubt.
Needs to be had. Like, I know we're not together.
Mm-hmm.
We just kicking it. We vibe. We smash every now and then. But this is the situation. I want to let you know now before we go too far. Because again, I don't want to take your choice away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you say, it's a ripple effect. Now I'm putting your health at risk.
Right.
Now you got to start having these uncomfortable conversations with anybody you get involved with now. So it's like certain conversations just have to be had, no matter how painful, no matter how hard they are.
Right.
They got to be, because then you got to think about it. Like you say, what if it is HIV/AIDS? The possibility of now passing it on to your child.
Yes. These are things that has to be discussed. They have to be looked into. And, you know, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you open up and you tell me, that gives me more confidence to know that, okay, you are taking care of yourself. You are taking a medication. You will let me know, say, for instance, if there are outbreaks that take place. Hey, can't right now due to A, B, and C. And like I say, whether it is a situationship, an understanding, level of support can still be there. But to not say anything, man, that's wicked. And like I say, of course it may be difficult just come flat out and say it. But there's certain conversations that could be had. Okay, let me lead up with other small things that is important to me and see how they respond. Let's see how they respond to these things. Okay, well, he didn't trip on that. She didn't trip on that. All right, they offer that support. Then it slowly gets to a point to where they're consistent with their trust. They're consistent with their support, consistent with understanding to say, let me drop this down and go from there.
Yeah. Boy, it's fucking crazy. That shit fucking remind me of a damn episode of Degrassi. Shit happened on fucking Degrassi, dude. Dude had HIV.
Uh-huh.
He had it from birth.
Right.
From his parents.
Right.
And he's in college. She starts seeing this girl. They start having sex. She noticed he's always popping these pills. Mm-hmm. She was curious about what it was. So she spent the night at his house one time. And she went through his shit.
Right.
And she Googled what them shits was for. And she lost it on that nigga. This motherfucker had the nerve to gaslight her and try to flip it around on her. Like, why are you going through my shit? Like, you couldn't just ask me. She was like, you should have fucking told me this shit.
Yeah.
Like, now, the only thing I didn't agree with on her end was, but it's still, there's no justifying that. It still just comes back to him at the end of the day. But the only thing I really didn't agree with is that she jumped down his throat. Oh, how many other hoes you seen you fucking around with unprotected, and you sleep with me that you got this? That's the only thing I'm just like, because he was like, I've had this since birth. It's not something I can control. Outside of that, that's still on you. That's still on you, but I don't agree with her jumping down his throat about that. And jumping to conclusions thinking that he's just out fucking everybody and shit. Right. But at the end of the day, she doesn't have to make that assumption if you would just up and told her this shit.
And I get it. The fear of, as you mentioned, rejection. The fear of, which was brought up in a group, the fear of not having, say for instance, a normal life or a normal relationship. That could be terrifying. Yeah. The fear of being alone, nobody enjoys being rejected. Now, being able to handle it is a completely different story. But the fear, nobody wants to experience that process over and over and over again. So get to the point to where there may be a level of hesitation, but it still needs to happen. You know, it's shit. Not equated, but fucking Walking Dead. If you got bit, are you gonna tell somebody? Are you gonna like, oh shit. Once you start changing, then it's too late. Then, you know, it ripple effects and impacts anybody. I mean, everybody. So, that is something that it would definitely have to be a discussion made. That's how I look at it. Discussions have to be had when it's involving choice and the health of others.
Hell fucking yeah. You posted in a group, I think it was earlier this week. Okay. That cheating graph.
Look, listen. Ladies, y'all trifling. Y'all trifling as hell. If nobody else tell you, I'll tell you.
Talk to them.
You know what I'm saying? We are trying to be upstanding citizens in the gender relationship and the understanding of relationships, and be like, you know what, babe? Gotta confess, I'm kind of fucked up. I wasn't at my best, you know, but I've grown now. I'm a better man. The whole time she's sitting on a whole legion of shit that she done cheated on. And guess what? Not gonna tell you. Gonna let you walk down the aisle of fucked upness by yourself. And just gonna look at you like, and ladies, I'm curious. I'm curious. I do have a question. Knowing that you cheated, knowing that you stepped out before in the past, knowing that you was unfaithful, and you're in your relationship and your man tell you that he fell short, that he cheated, that he wasn't at his best. Eternally, in your mind, do you sometimes just say, you dumb motherfucker, do you ever say, I ain't telling you shit. You dumb as fuck for telling me, but I'm not telling you nothing. Do you look down on your man or your significant other when they confess that they cheated in a previous relationship? Or do you be like, oh, that is sweet. He love and care for me enough that he'll tell me? Or do you honestly be like, I hope you ain't expecting that same shit. I hope you ain't expecting me to tell you, because I'm taking this shit to the grave. Just curious.
I've got a few thoughts on this. Mm-hmm. I think one of the biggest reasons why women don't admit to being unfaithful at the clip that men do, obviously outside of the reason that men get caught more because men are just fucking mutts.
We don't, dear God, instead of Sherlock Holmes, Scooby-Doo in the gang could catch us.
I I truly believe that the main reason that women do not admit to being unfaithful, because when it comes to cheating, us as men, we have higher boundaries than y'all do, ladies.
I mean,
you got one time to show your ass with me, and your ass is out of it. Y'all the ones that always taking us back after we cheat on y'all 4, 5, 50, 11 times. Y'all take us back too many motherfucking times. I personally don't understand it. You got one time to show your ass with me, and your ass can hit the ceiling.
Look,
that's why I think a lot of women don't cheat, because us as men, we got a zero tolerance policy for the most part when we get cheated on.
That is pretty
because that hurts our pride.
Right, because we feel like, what the fuck? You know, what in the actual fuck in that regard? Because, like you say, one time it is pretty, we shut down. We like, there's no room for understanding unless we're possibly cheating at the same, you know, it's like a shootout at the OK crowd. All right, you cheat, bitch, I'm cheat, or fuck you, I'm cheat. We just gonna be cheating together in circles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, then we be like, all right, we both cheated. Fuck, we might as well just stay together. But somewhat kind of make a point. You make a damn good point. Meaning that if we doing right and you cheat on us for no reason, you like, fuck that noise. You know, that's just not going to, for the most part, fly. Very valid.
Because at the end of the day, now I'm not justifying anything. Cheating is just one of the most selfish things you can do. It ain't no mistake. It's a fucking choice.
Right.
You make a fucking choice to cheat. Bottom line, I don't care what the reason is. With men, it usually just has to be with men being impulsive and fucking stupid. With women, it typically is more so because they feel like something is lacking in their relationship. Maybe something on an emotional level. That fucking work husband that remembers your favorite food.
Listen.
On lunch all the damn time or something. That you telling everything to, and you are just disregarding the whole saying, a shoulder to cry on becomes a dick to ride on.
Right.
He sitting over there, man, what he do this time? He forgot your birthday again? I did.
Because it happens. So, let me pose this question there, right? Because we're on the topic of cheating.
Shoot.
And we're looking at it strictly from an attraction standpoint. Who normally downgrades during cheating the most? Men or women? And what I mean by that is, as you mentioned, sometimes we just cheat for the thrill. Like, it's there, or the possibility sometimes. Not gonna lie. Men sometimes cheat if, ladies, you're not doing that little thing in the bedroom that you used to do, or you don't do it. We sometimes will downgrade. She do not look the greatest. We're just throwing it out there, being honest. Sometimes, ladies, I'm pretty sure y'all be like, damn, you cheated with me with that, with that bitch? With that. But it also goes to that point, say exactly what you said. Ladies, y'all cheat sometimes from an emotional standpoint. The nigga be looking like skillet scrapings. But since he's there, he's, oh, yeah, boo, babe, you feel seen at that point in time.
These be the same kind of niggas y'all put in the friend zone, just so y'all know. The same kind of ones. That same nigga you never dreamed of fucking, you have never been attracted to, but he always been there. He always listened to you, buying you shit, even though you will never give him the time of day.
Yep.
He be that same one that your nigga fuck up, or he ain't paying you no attention, or he be on the game too much, and I know he always gonna be there.
Exactly.
Go ahead and slide on his dick. Like,
hey, guess what? Make him feel like King Dingaling. Like I say, he buy you some chips from the vending machine at the Amazon break room. Right. Or he buy you a breakfast burrito on a 15-minute lunch break.
It always come with that one line too. I know it ain't much, but at least I didn't forget. And I know what everybody's gonna say. It sounds like you speaking from experience. Shut the fuck up.
Mind your business.
You don't know my life. You do not know my life.
Mind your business.
All I'm gonna say is it's fun being a side nigga sometimes.
Look, the lack of responsibility that comes with it. Because, and what I mean by responsibility is, you could be supportive without being responsible. You can be there to support, to uplift, to point in the right direction when things go wrong without having a responsibility of, or should I say the obligation of, being in a relationship. Sometimes being a side piece is hella fun, absolutely amazing, and carefree.
It's only when women decide to be side pieces that it gets complicated. I can tell you why. Ladies, this is a disclaimer for y'all that don't know. Mm-hmm. Us as men, whenever we are a side piece, we do not want you to break up with your niggas.
No.
We want y'all to stay together.
Yes.
Forever.
By all means.
Happy feelings. Bring it back. Yes. We want y'all to be together.
Yeah. Encourage it.
We like getting all of those boyfriend benefits without actually having to be your man.
Yes.
And we don't want that position.
And I'm gonna tell you another secret. If you just be wondering, guess what? We will listen. And as soon as you say, I'm thinking about leaving him, we would sometimes find a reason for why y'all should stay together. Y'all been together for quite some time. Y'all, maybe we should give him a chance. I could understand why you mad. I could get why you upset.
He sent me these punk ass bros. I mean, he trying.
He's
sorry. He seemed real sorry.
His best shot. Because the idea is, okay, I'm gonna break up with him and come you. No.
Because again, I have standards. Why the fuck would I want a cheater?
No.
Why the fuck would I want a cheater? I'm just being honest.
And let's be honest. There's no guarantee that that I'm the only side piece just for you. I could be the side piece for somebody else or got something else going on.
And what's that old saying? The old saying. The same way you got her is the same way you're going to lose her.
Look, same thing it took to get your baby hooked. The same thing's going to take to keep her.
I'm sorry. We met because you was fucking around with me while you was with him.
Right.
I don't want to be with a cheater.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. No, I'm the cheatee. I'm not the cheater in this situation. I don't want to be with a cheater.
There's nothing wrong with just keeping it fun, keeping it light. That is the biggest thing, right?
Like I said, we have got standards when it comes to this. Like we got a zero tolerance. The same way, ladies, when y'all sit there and say, "Oh, he can dish it out, but he can't take it." Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do I want to take something that is going to hurt?
Say, not a pain freak.
I'm not into that. Like, it's fucking like, why the fuck if I swing on somebody and they hit me back, I just fucking got hit. I don't want to get hit. Fuck that shit. That whole, he can dish it, but he can't take it out. I hate that fucking statement.
Right.
Because fuck that shit. Like, so us men, we got boundaries. The same way, ladies, when y'all say, "Oh, if I did to him what he'd be doing to me, he'd be over here crying." Again, we got boundaries.
Not doing it.
And then here's another aspect of that to go back on the cheating shit. As men, ladies, if y'all cheat on us and we take y'all back, I know the secret that y'all are not willing to tell us. That y'all will never look at us the same way again if we take y'all back.
Ain't no way. You gonna feel like this cream puff motherfucker, he did this? No. That goes out the window. Very much so. It escalates. If anything, it becomes that much more empowering. And most of the time, that's on both sides, but definitely for what, you took me back? Oh, I'm finna roadmap you. I'm finna put you through the grinder, fella. You just don't know it yet. And that happens. People will do that. Why? Because sometimes they're afraid of being alone. So I'd rather deal with her cheating on me on a regular basis than to like, nah, I ain't finna do that. Can't happen, not gonna happen.
There is one other aspect of cheating that I don't think gets talked about enough from the men's perspective, that a lot of people don't hear about it as much. I'm sure a lot of y'all may not even know what I'm fucking talking about when I throw this out there, because y'all are just some young fuckity fucks that just started coming outside last week. But those guys that have a Madonna complex. So y'all that don't know what I'm referring to, it's those men that he got a woman, whether it's girlfriend, wife, whatever, he puts her up on a pedestal so much that he don't even want to do all of that seriously nasty, freaky shit to her because he puts her up on a pedestal. So he goes and does it with other people so he can keep her pure and clean and just have that boring missionary sex. Making love to her. That's all they do. He ain't fucking the dog shit out of nothing. Just making love to her. But he going fuck the dog shit out of everybody else and all that other shit, that nasty shit he visualized that he would love to do to her, but because he puts her up on that pedestal and has that Madonna complex, he don't want that image of her floating on a cloud and all that shit. This angel I married. It's gonna distort my view of her if I slut her out. So I'm just gonna do it to other people to where I can keep that image of you in my mind.
She could float on a cloud. It could be a fucking thunderstorm. It could be gray as fuck.
I'm not just talking out of my ass. This is a real thing.
Look, we need to have a whole conversation.
This
if y'all
is
out there
a real
doing this.
thing.
Bro,
it's called a Madonna complex. This is a real thing.
My gosh. Listen. Oh, wow.
Hey, I was dumbfounded when I heard about this shit too.
Listen, I get in my profession. I know that's the first time for me, but if y'all out there doing that, we need to have a conversation. Like, there's other ways to where you could look at her as being pure. You better have your brain is broken in two for numerous reasons. It could be one side, oh, that's my baby. That's who she is, pure as the driven snow. And the other side could be like, bitch, I want to do some absolutely nasty, out there type shit with you. And if you can't do it, and most of the time, that's probably what they want. Within a respectful, understanding manner. And when you're not, if you're out there doing that, because oftentimes a woman will give you hints that's what she wants. Certain conversation, it may not just come out and say it, because not all women, you do have some women be like, look, this is what I need from you, and you're not providing it. What the fuck you gonna do about it? But I don't see you that way. Ladies, you have every right to cheat. If a motherfucker do that, you say what you want to be slutted out, you want to be sexually adventurous, and he's just like, I can't do that. I just cherish you so much. You cherish me enough not to fulfill my needs. No, fuck that. Hell, no. But you willing to do it to somebody else? And when you say that, right, it's blowing my mind because I'm looking at it from, can you imagine if a female told you that? You're such a good guy that you don't deserve the freak nasty that I'm finna put on you. I'm flipping every damn thing over. So fellas, if y'all doing this, we need to know. No.
I was shocked to find out this is a real thing. It's called a Madonna complex. I was shocked to find out this was a real thing. Because me personally, especially if I really rock with you,
I gotta get the bottom of this.
It's different. It's different levels of this shit, in the bedroom.
Yes.
And I use the phrase in the bedroom loosely because we fucking eating everywhere.
Facts.
But in the bedroom, more so speaking to your private life.
Right.
It's levels of this shit. Yes, there's some times where I know, you're real sensual.
Right.
We're going to do a lot of foreplay, put some soft music on,
Facts.
some massages, little shit. It's going to be some real sexy love making.
Right.
There's times that shit, we got to get a move on. Let's knock this quickie out real quick. Forget all the foreplay and shit. Let's go bend over real quick. We're going to knock this out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's get on the road. There's a spontaneous shit. Maybe you on the road. Let's pull the car over real quick and do this shit. Boom, knock it out.
Yeah.
And then there's sometimes where you running around with an attitude. Babe, what's wrong? Nothing. You done knock the door off the hinges.
Yep.
You don't want to tell me. All right, get in the room. I'm about to knock. We about to fix this attitude.
We finna straighten this out.
Because it's one way. If you're not going to talk to me, then I'm going to straighten this attitude out the other way. I know how.
And sometimes that's what they want.
Because you won't like the third option. Third option, I'm going to go in the room and I'm going to turn this PlayStation on. So you got it's one of three options. You can either tell me what the hell is wrong with you.
Right.
Or we're going to go in the room and I'm going to fix this attitude of yours.
Yeah, right.
Or three, you ain't going to see me the rest of the night.
Yeah, like
I'm going in the room, PlayStation beep off.
Ooh, and once that beep start, it ain't no coming in and trying to go. No,
ass. It ain't gonna work.
Because you don't get everything you want. It just don't shake that way.
Nope, that shit don't work.
So, no, that is, no. Madonna,
that do bring me to some shit that I want to bring up on the next episode. I done put it in my notes here.
Okay.
Needs versus wants in a relationship. We're going to do a deeper dive on that on the next episode.
Needs versus wants is another one that we'll bring up next go around, which is longevity for the no-no. And what I mean by that is that how long in a relationship, say for instance, dating or in a relationship, that you're talking to somebody, until they become off limits. Meaning, say for instance, if you talk to somebody or you date somebody or you're in a relationship for a year, did that make that person off limits to the fam, to the friends? Is it 2 or 3 months? It don't work out. And then y'all bust up, say, Ray, y'all was just hooking up or whatever. Does that take it off limits? So what is the demarcation? What is the timeline for, okay, it was just a thing. Yeah, we hooked up here and there, but no, I ain't tripping on it. Y'all do y'all thing too. Come on now. We was together for this amount of time. You can't fucking, you know what I'm saying? That was my girl at one point in time. Or is it just the fact that I talked to her, period, and you can't fade or fuck with her? So.
Oh yeah, we gonna,
you know what I'm saying? Where does it go? Where does that line? So definitely the next episode, we're going to pick up where we dropped off with a few things.
We're definitely going to dive into that. Before we get out of here for this episode, it's been a real good episode back too.
First go.
I love these sessions. This shit is like therapy for me, just getting a lot of shit off my chest. Before we get out of here, it's been a lot of shit that happened this year.
Right.
Fucking from sports, man. The biggest fucking topic that's dominated fucking sports is Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese.
Right.
We do a deep dive into that on the next episode too.
See what they look
fucking
like.
That shit. We got this presidential debate going on and shit.
Listen.
Fucking Burger King hands out there talking about cats and dogs and shit.
Bruh.
This motherfucker here, Kamala Harris did everything she could not to cuss that motherfucker out.
And she got close.
Cause that nigga almost came out. So shit. So it's just been a crazy ass fucking year with, a lot of the pass away that's been happening and shit, and so much shit, dude. So much shit going on in our personal lives, our professional lives, and shit. I did not have on my bingo card that I was going to hear Shannon Sharp having sex, man.
Man, you know what? Look. I mean, come on. I would hope that as a celebrity, as a professional, you keep tabs on your Instagram. You should be able to look. When you set your phone down, you're supposed to be able to tell or look, hold on, let me make sure. Let me double check. I'm glad he didn't get fired. Cause some people are like, he did that on purpose to prove that he's not gay, or he just did it. Don't get me started, cause I'm all about voyeurism. Get your rock. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
They were two adults consensual in a normal act that adults participate in.
Facts. Fine. It just wasn't expected like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll say this. Part of me would not be surprised if that shit was intentional.
No, it wouldn't. Not
one bit.
Not one bit.
He's sitting there spinning the story that he popped one of them pills. They went home.
Look,
that he sat his phone on the dresser, and but something was not adding up though. Because he said he sat it on the dresser, and they was going at it. But the more him and Ocho was talking about it, because Ocho started clowning him, he was like, the video was only going for about a minute and a half. You was a little short, wasn't you? He was like, oh no, I was about 25 in. I was like, so you was 25 minutes in when the shit went live? Something ain't adding. I'm not getting all the way into it, but I'm just saying it with all this shit, motherfuckers thinking he gay. Cat Williams called him after and said, I guess you ain't gay today. Like,
you know what?
I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
I think this should be opened up for another segment once we close out. Meaning, that's gonna be the title. Something ain't adding up. It ain't adding up. Whatever that looks like in the world, whether it is in a relationship, something ain't adding up. Because that right there, when you put it that way, something ain't adding up with the timeline. Now, if the shit just happened to happen, you know what? I'm not finna be mad at him. It is what it is. But that is intriguing.
And because like the way he broke it down was, he said he set it on the dresser and he said that he's not really familiar. He's not tech savvy. So he's not familiar with Instagram like that. He's never been on live before. And see, this is where it gets a little tricky for me because even Ocho was like, to even get on live, you got to push live and then it says, are you sure you want to go live? So you got to push 2-3 buttons.
Right.
To go. So I'm like, I don't know how you accidentally
go live.
Get on live. Like I don't know. But it also brought up another topic I want to bring up the next week because them motherfuckers, like I get it, his manager or whatever he said that runs his Instagram for the most part. Right. He's the one that logged in and signed the live off. Okay. And he's the one that posted the message saying that we've been hacked. We're trying to figure it out. And he said once he saw that, he told him, he was like, hey, take it down. I mean, there ain't no way around it. I know why he told him I gotta fess up to this shit because she's saying your fucking name on the damn video. You can't hide it. Over there talking about it's yours, Shannon. It's yours, Shannon. Your ass. Oh yeah, that's my Michelle. The t-shirts is already ready to go to. You see that? They already got fucking, nightcap t-shirts that say that's my Michelle ready to go. Shit. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers here. Look. But that's the topic it actually makes me that we got to get into next week too is dirty talk in the bedroom. Look, the kind of shit that because that motherfucker there. Look, like Ocho had me rolling because it was like I see Shannon show up on first take. I watch Nightcap anytime I can. Right. And I watch Club Shay Shay when he's sitting down with people, anytime I can, or when it's interesting, or when he got an interesting guest on. To then see that nigga talking like that, it's like, it was taken aback because he on there like, oh, you gonna take this dick? And that's my Michelle. And he was fucking on there grunting like M'Baku on fucking, I'm like, like it was a lot of shit going on, dude. Look, so
dirty talking bear. We gonna definitely pick up on that because that right there. The things that come out of we gonna pick up on that. We gonna get on that. Bet.
Oh man, that's the perfect time to end this shit. We got some shenanigans to get into, some drinking that needs to get done. So we gonna go ahead and let y'all simmer on this one.
Think about it. Sit on it and fuck with us. Holler at us.
Yeah, for real. If there was anybody that was offended by anything we said, it's time to take them tough to swallow pills and get you some good sleep and think on it.
That's it.
If you pressed by anything we said, that's on you. That's a you problem.
Because that's the biggest thing, right? We always tell you beforehand, during, and after. We here for a good time, not a long time. All this shit is, as P Mac say, we just getting jokes off, holding great conversation. But at the same time, if you feel some type of way about it, join us. Defend your position and see what happens.
Damn, Skip, we got extra bites.
Yeah. So it is what it is. We all here for shits and giggles. Loosen up. Have a good time.
Damn, Skippy shit. As always, it is your boy, the bad guy, P-Man.
Hey, it's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man.
Season 6, Episode 1, a.k.a. Episode 103. It's in the books. We back. Bigger and better than ever. And badder than ever.
Yup.
Get with it or get lost. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
We're gonna let the shit ride out. Peace.
Later.